Here's a battle against Zack, whose name is stylized as Zatch for this. So I started off with this dick, because of course I have to start out with my entry hazard setters, and he starts off with Greninja, because I accidentally let it slip that the order I had it on the preview was the exact order that I actually send them out. So he decided to use something effective against Steelix, but luckily I took the Water Pulse and was able to set up my Stealth Rocks, which put me in a good place. And I recover some extra HP with the leftovers, although that's really not going to help me too much, except that he used Water Shuriken instead of Water Pulse, which does not do quite as much damage. And since that move only hit 3 times, I did not die, which gave me a turn to use Dragon Tail to swap him out and build up a little extra Stealth Rock damage, in addition to doing damage to the Greninja. So out comes Talonflame, who takes, of course, half health damage to Stealth Rocks due to its crippling double weakness. I recover some leftover damage, and he uses Flame Charge, which, due to Steelix's ridiculous defense, allows him to live with 1 HP. Ridiculous. So now I use Dragon Tail, which basically is KOing the Talonflame, because next time it switches in, of course, it'll get knocked out from the Stealth Rocks. But I did get burned, and that burn finishes Steelix off, but that's okay, after, of course, dealing out Stealth Rock damage. So I take some leftovers back, and then the burn takes me down and kills me. But that's okay, because this dick did his job. So now, what should I send in against Greninja? How about Ponedge? Because this is not a Protean Greninja. It uses Night Slash, but I take it like a pro because of my ridiculous 150 defense. And I change my stance and go in with the Sacred Sword. Super effective. So that's going to hurt it quite a bit. Indeed, it knocks it out. So, Greninja, this scary threat is gone now. I recover some leftover damage, apparently a great item I like to use in X and Y. So he brings out Talonflame, but well, actually, as I already established, the Stealth Rocks are going to finish off Talonflame. So that's that. Don't have to worry about his 2 biggest threats now. Next comes Archie, the Archeops, and that also takes Stealth Rock damage, putting it close to defeatist mode. But I decide to go into shield mode so that I can protect myself from whatever it's going to use. And he uses Crunch, and since that's a contact move, it lowers its attack 2 whole stages, so it's crippled. I recover more HP damage, and he decides to U-turn out of there. But of course that's not going to do very much damage, because I quad resist it and I have ridiculous defense. So he pulls back his Archeops and brings in Lucario. And now this is going to Mega Evolve. But since I resist its stab, and am immune to the main one, I'm not too concerned. And of course I was going to attack since it used U-turn, so I got a free Iron Head on this Lucario. Recover some more leftover damage, and then he Mega Evolves Lucario. So there's an Uber right there, but I'm not too concerned. I don't really know why Mega Lucario's Uber anyway. So I feel bad about spamming this one move, but it's the safest way to go, and that's why Aegislash is in Ubers too, I guess. So I use King Shield, blah 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 blah, and he goes for the Dragon Pulse, so it's a special Mega Lucario, something I haven't seen as often, even though Lucario itself is a special attacker. So he goes for the Dragon Pulse again, but of course I resist that, and it does not do very much damage, so I change my stance, and I'm going to finish it off with a Sacred Sword, as you might have guessed. It's a very useful move, and I'm glad I know it. So, the Mega Lucario is down, so some big threats are out for the count. And next, I recover some more HP from leftovers. So next he brings out Go-Goat, the only Pokemon that I actually knew he had before the battle. Not that that really changed anything, but I go to King Shield, because that's all I do. And protect myself, of course, hoping he'll use a contact move to cripple his attack, as it does. But he used Earthquake, so that does not work, but that's okay, because I still get more free leftover damage recovered. And now I'm going to attack, and he uses Earthquake, and of course he's faster than me, but that works, because that means I get the boosted attack and defense in the same turn, in a way. And so I go and I use Iron Head, because that's with Stab my strongest move. That's not enough to take Go-Goat down. Go-Goat is a bulky thing. Recover some leftover damage. Go in a stance change. And use King's Shield again. Yeah, you know the drill. This is all I do. I'm kind of a scumbag. And he actually takes advantage of that. And uses Bulk Up. So clever. He told me that's what he meant to do the first time, but he misclicked. And if he had done that the first time, well, he could have taken down my Aegis Slash sooner, maybe. Or at least, yeah. But anyway, he does take down the Aegis Slash. And now he's got the boosted defense. But I know that my Talonflame Tim can handle that. So I decide to play the bulk up game. And raise my attack and defense. And he goes for the Aerial Ace. And after I see how little that does, I was afraid he might have Rock Slide or Stone Edge or some sort of killer thing. But once I see that Aerial Ace was his best bet, I go for yet another bulk up just to ensure a sweep. And then he does bulk up too, so it's a bulk up party over here. And just like the other two, of course, Talonflame has leftovers, so I recover some extra health. And I figure +2 in attack and defense is enough, so I go with a Flare Blitz. Because I know I don't need Gale Wings to outspeed this thing. And so that kills the Go-Goat, as you can see by it brutally falling onto the ground. Poor thing. I take recoil, not that that really affects me at all. And now comes back out the Archeops. And it takes some damage from Stealth Rocks, but apparently doesn't go into Defeatist mode. So I know that I can Brave Bird it into Defeatist. But it kills it anyway, so no need to worry there. And so then I recover some unnecessary health from leftovers. And this battle is coming down to a Salamence and a Talonflame. And it takes Stealth Rock damage and lowers my attack, but now I still have +1 attack. So I go for the Priority Brave Bird, Talonflame's favorite thing. And I nail it. And the Salamence is down for the count, and that is the match against Zatch.